Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, so it's time for us to do our Free It Friday. And we have the latest Auto Haulers Mopar set to unbox for you guys. It has the 79 Dodge 150 Power Wagon Pick 'em Up. And of course, once again, the 69 Plymouth Roadrunner 446 pack. Now, the reason I sound a little bit unenthusiastic about this set, because it is. M2 is beating a dead horse. They're using the same thing over and over and over again. This time they didn't even use a different color on the Roadrunner. They just made it dirty. So it's crazy, in my opinion. I don't know why they're doing this, because they have plenty of Mopar castings. They could throw one of their old 50s Mopars on there. A 57 Chrysler, the 57 Dodge, like one of the old auto projects. Here's some new ideas for you guys. There you go. Or their 71 Charger, which they released in the regular Detroit Muscle as a junker. Now, I will swap mine, but they could have used, oops, that's even more beat up now. But anyways, that's another one they could have used. Or their 67 to 69 style Barracuda. That's another auto project of theirs they could have used. Or they could have done the Cuda. See, they even have that in the auto projects. Or they could have done one of their Daytonas again. But they have released the Roadrunner 3 times, almost consecutively. It's crazy. And then the next set they have coming up is pretty cool. It's the 71 Cuda, and the Power Wagon has a new, it's not a new style wheel, but it's a new color. The wheel's done in like a gold painted, and the truck has the livery on it, just like the trailer and the Cuda. So they're trying to make it look like a race team. But did you notice every single time they released a Power Wagon with an enclosed trailer, it's had a 71 Cuda? If you don't believe me, look it up. All of them have had a 71 Cuda. They've released a double truck set once for Mopar, and it was awesome. I wish they would do that again. They had a Power Wagon in mint green and dark green towing a slammed SRT Adventure. It was really cool set. They only did one of those. Instead, they prefer to keep releasing sets like this, which are cool, but it's the same thing over and over. And if you guys don't believe me, I've got the last one. This came with the white pick 'em up truck. There it is. It's yellow. Same exact car, just not dirty. Then they had the orange one with a van. Now, that was the only difference. The orange Auto Projects one came with a A100 van. And then they decided, well, we'll make it yellow and put it behind a Dodge Power Wagon. That was okay. I like that idea. But this one, they threw dirt on it. And that's all they did. I don't know what's with their design team. I know they've done a lot of videos on Instagram, like bragging about their design team. They suck. In my opinion, they do. I mean, I don't see where they're good. They need to get some fresh people in there that have some more, not even originality, just break up the monotony with your castings. You have plenty of cool castings. I don't know what you guys are doing, but anyways, let's unbox this set. It is a cool set, and I was wrong when I had been telling you guys in the past that the truck was black. It's actually a dark brown, which is really a cool looking color against the yellow, orange, and dark orange stripes for the pick 'em up livery. It looks really, really good. And how I already have the Roadrunner out, I bought 2 sets, because the pick 'em up is one truck that I do take and I put a slammed base on one and keep one lifted. Here's my version with the slam base. It's got fingerprints all over it now where I've had it apart. But anyways, it's really cool looking. Those colors, the yellows and oranges against brown, look really, really good. It's very, I don't know, it's contrasting perfectly. I don't know how else to explain it. It looks really good. So this said here on the box, you have the same livery as they had on the white one's box. Nothing different except the box is brown instead of white. And the truck is brown this time and has a different set of wheels. This is the set of wheels that I was telling you guys about the other day. These are the ones that don't have the holes detailed that I actually like, the chrome, because the way the shadows work against each other from the details on the wheel, it makes it look like the wheels are more detailed than what they are, but they're just undetailed wagon wheels that are chrome plated, but they look really good. Those are the ones that I would definitely leave. They've only used that wheel one other time since they've been producing this truck, and they've made, I think now they're up to 56 or 57 versions of the Dodge truck, and that's the only time they ever used it. Was the first time they released a power wagon with a regular paint job back in the fall of 2023. So anyways, yeah, I'm a kind of a guru when it comes to these Dodge trucks. If you guys don't know, I have every single one released to date, plus extras of some that I've customized. But yeah, I will show you the one that they have with those wheels. This is the first one and the last one that was released with those wheels up until this brown one. And I thought the brown one had the beadlock chrome wheels, but it doesn't. It has these ones. As I said, these wheels are great because they'll fool you. As you can see up close, they're just those wagon wheels without any detail, but with the chrome and the reflections and the shadows, they look very good. And that is one undetailed wheel that I will keep on my trucks from M2. That's not one that I will be swapping out. They look really nice. So as you can see, this set, and I've already got the Roadrunner and stuff off, so I will show you the trailer. And same trailer as usual. They're nice trailers. The only thing is they didn't design them right with the fenders. They put them inboard and they should have been outboard. And that's why it doesn't fit a lot of cars. Even the Roadrunner, it fits, but barely, as you can see. The square body trucks, if they're on there, they have to set at an angle. And I'll show you that on some of my unboxings. I have one coming up with the orange and white truck, the crew cab with the red 1500. I think we already did an unboxing on it, but I have another set coming. So we'll take a look at it and the other two sets that came from that release, because I had to order a case to get that orange and white dually at a decent price. So anyways, as usual, the plastic adapter will peel the paint off these trailers. Very rarely do I ever find one that it hasn't done this to. I don't think I've ever found one, to be honest with you guys. But these are nicely made. They're made of all die cast. Even the tongue up here, the frame, everything's die cast. The only thing that is plastic is the jack and the little ramps that support the car from rolling off. And not all of them have those little, I don't know, they're not ramps, I forget what they call them, but blocks, I'll just call them for now. That is something that not all of them have. And then they have the winch there, to simulate a winch. Anyways, it looks really cool. If they would just redo the tongue jack here and put the fenders outboard, this trailer would be perfect. But the trailer jack is like for a 1/43rd scale. I don't know what they were thinking with that one either. It looks ridiculous. And the fenders being inboard, I could kind of overlook that one for some cars. It's just that trailer jack is huge. I don't know what's going on with that. I was going to show you how much better the green light one is, but I actually lost the trailer jack on my green light, but you could see it was a much smaller hole and base and stuff for it. So yeah, they went a little overkill with that. Now the Dodge trucks themselves, they do a beautiful job on them. Love their truck. It's my favorite Mopar truck on the market of any year. If I had to put all the Mopar trucks out there from, say, 1947 Power Wagon all the way up to the 2024 Power Wagon that we can get models of, this is my favorite casting out there of any Dodge truck. The 72 to 79 from M2. They are awesome. They're awesome to do customizing with. As you can see here, the Power Wagon looks really cool on a slam base. And then There is the Power Wagon, how it comes, and it looks really good. That is a nice looking truck. Just disappointed that they don't reuse more of their castings. Why they keep doing the same thing over and over again. But anyways, I don't know. Sean Taylor needs to get some new designers in there, or at least start doing more with their castings. I don't even watch the designers' videos about what they've come up with. There was one video with the guy talking about the new release that has actually this set, and it has the set with the power, not the Power Wagon, but the square body truck with the van, and then the Ford set, which the Ford set's really cool. It's actually a new style set with the Econoline van and then the Mustang that looks really good together. But the Dodge sets, they need to come up with something different to put on the trailer. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back again definitely on Monday with a new Mopar Monday video. Not sure, we may come up with something over the weekend for you, but thanks for watching.